Hey guys, I just wanted to put another post up to give an update on how things are going. I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving. Um, of course, it was emotional for us. I didn't even cook. The kids wanted to wait for their brother to get home, so I'm hoping that he is definitely home before Christmas. Sooner than later would be, great. I'm just sitting here making some jewelry and I just wanted to post. This is just crazy to me. It is my Malik had an appointment tomorrow, and I spoke to the doctor, and I ended up canceling the appointment because they were going to transport him in shackles. Now, this is a kid that I petitioned the court to help him for his psychological health and well-being. Um, he was abused at a really young age. Due to that abuse not being properly addressed in therapy in the community through outpatient services, I petitioned the court for residential services because I thought that it would be intensive care. I knew it wouldn't be the state of the art top care. However, I did think that it would be quality care. Um, so they take him from the hospital. And the reason why they take him from the hospital, they put a 30-day notice on him. They're trying to say that I interfered with his therapy, which I guess if you look at it, yeah, I did interfere a little bit, but I had good reasoning to interfere. They were having some very inappropriate conversations with my son. Every complaint that I made against a facility, they discussed it with Malik. They were asking him what my intentions were. They were asking him why I was making complaints. Things like that cannot happen. Malik is not an adult. If he was an adult, then they would not need my consent for anything. This is my son. I have full custody of him. No parental rights have been stripped or taken away from me. So if I say to the therapist that no, you cannot speak to my son anymore unless I am present. Now, let me explain to you this. The therapist, neither her nor the psychiatrist ever reached out to me to see why I said that. It's something wrong with that. Like, neither one of them ever reached out. And then also, for a month prior to me stating that or giving them that demand, I had not heard from my son's therapist. I went to pick my son up and we went shopping. And now this is transference. This is an example of it because a lot of people don't know what that is. And I've been told by my son's lawyer that that's not really considered abuse when it actually is. If you do your research and if you study up on what transference is, that is absolutely abuse because it's inappropriate relationships with your client. Now, my son in no way, shape, or form should be citing or defending this facility, nor should he be defending his therapist. The way that they have done therapy with him is they have developed an inappropriate relationship with him where they are teaching him that it is okay to accept inappropriate behaviors. First example, I always go back to the first example because this is the very first time that they violated my son's rights in this facility. Now, when this staff member provoked my son, the head supervisor, this is the head supervisor, said to me eventually after several conversations, of course, but he eventually said to me, if Malik is okay with it, then I should be okay. So from that example, from those examples, you can see, I can see now, if you don't really know, about psychology, you haven't studied up on it, I get it. However, this is just common sense. Like this here is just common sense. So anyway, so I was taking my son. We had went out. We went shopping. We had some lunch, and I was talking to my son, and I did let him know I don't trust anyone there. I don't trust a single soul there. Not a single soul. So he went back, and then he also saw a video about. Actually, it's the very first post that I posted, speaking about his borderline personality disorder. And he was upset about that because he's like, I don't have borderline personality disorder. Like, why would she say that? He's saying this to himself. Now, my son and I, we are very close. Before my son went into this facility, we spoke about everything. There were no boundaries, no limits whatsoever. So, versus my son saying to me, why you have this in here? Like, I don't have this. He goes back to his therapist and tells his therapist that I said that he has split personality. Now, the term was wrong, and the therapist did say what she said was that, what did she say? She said that doesn't even exist, or that's not even real, or something. But my point is this: she knew what he was talking about, and she also knew that her and I spoke about his borderline personality disorder every time we had family therapy session, which was once a week. Before my son was brought into the conversation, I spoke with her, and we spoke about this diagnosis every single time prior to my son coming into the conversation. So what she did, this is transference, you have to pay attention. What she did was she called me indirectly a liar to my son. To my son. What is that doing, and why is this so important? Because transference is you, by developing this inappropriate relationship with the client is looking at the therapist as, okay, this is the person who is on my side. This is the person who I can trust. But she's trying to turn him against me, stating to him indirectly that I'm lying to him, when in fact it's her who's lying to him. But he's defending her because he's been there for a year and a half, and he's been dealing with these techniques for a year and a half. Like, this is just madness and craziness. Like, I do not understand how you have a child in a facility. The parent requested that this child enter this facility based off of his psychological health and well-being, and I claim abuse, psychological abuse, and this is not an emergency? Like, that's ridiculous. Abuse is abuse no matter what form it is. Guys, I need y'all to follow me with this. I need y'all to support me. We will be doing a protest. We'll have a picket gathering in front of Lincoln Center, the facility where my son is being held. I do not have the address, but I will put up another post with the address. We're also scheduling a press conference. So whoever is watching, first, thank you so much for watching. But also, if you could come out and support, that would be absolutely amazing. We need as many people as we possibly can, because this is wrong. Like, for me to have to sit and make a decision and say, do I go to this appointment that my son does need to go to? Do I go to this appointment and allow my younger children to see their brother in shackles? What would that do to them? Like, I have to weigh the psychological impact on each person in my family, including myself. These are choices and decisions that I have to make. Like, this shit is heavy. It's heavy. I was just sitting here making some jewelry. It's been a really rough couple of days for me. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well. I want my son. By any means necessary. I want my child. He was supposed to be here today. He was supposed to be here now. And these jerk-offs are playing with his life. And it's wrong. This is a 15-year-old kid. He did nothing to deserve what he's getting right now. For everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, comment, share. Please share. We have to get this story out. Just share. Share as many times. Share to as many people as you possibly can, because we have to get this story out, because we have to get my son home. My son, he's coming home. By any means necessary, he is coming home. So just share this video. Thanks for watching.